Hi guys, another report for the Dingus Hammer. This time Vermin Swarm, pretty much the same list as the last time. It is exactly the same list as last time, just I remember more rules this time. And I played on the Universal Battle versus the Undying Dynasties. So let's go quickly through the list. So my list is this time I'm gonna probably know the names even. Swarm Priest on the Sacred Platform. He's adept with Book of Arcane Mastery, Witchcraft, Obsidian Rock. Then there is this little wizard on foot with Thaumaturgy, Adept, Scepter of Power, Toga, Thaumaturgy. The Vermin Demon, what? Here I said, okay, the Dictator. Ruinous Dictator? Something like that. I'm the Senate and Avatar of Favana? The hell are those names? 2 units of 47 Blackfire veterans with champion musician standard bearer with the Eagle standard and rending banners on both. On the right side, I put the brutes with rotary gun. No, wait, another rotary gun. Yeah, rotary gun. I was wondering which one I should put where, rotary guns or and the deep fire for here. But I decided to put a deep fire thrower where there can be cover from the hill, the ruins, and all that, instead of putting them where there is only a wall. Water only works in CC, so it wouldn't change much over here. My plan was to go over here and flank shoot at them when they're going to be defending the wall, but the plan changed later on. And 3 A-bombs, of course, because why not? Basically, the deployment was the one where counter thrust. So I deployed the big unit of Vermingard. Nope. I think I deployed the Thunderhawks first, the Murmillo Brutes first, because the secondary objective was to get to those terrain features. And I wanted to push him farther off from the objective. I just thought that I would shoot off anything on this side and just put the rotary guns over here, park them over here. So I deployed this unit of Morillos first, the Black Furs, and the Arena Beast over here. And as for my opponent, he deployed Usabitis first, then Winged Reapers and the Skeleton Blocks. As to his list, though, let me open it up. He has Hierarch, Divination, Adept with Book, Hierarch with Master with Evo, with Scepter, Pharaoh General with Great Weapon, Light Armor, Death Mask, that's the bigger thing, yes. 1, 2, 3 units of 10 archers, 2 units of skeleton scouts, a big unit of 51 skeletons with halberds and banner of relentless company, Shabitis, 7 of them with halberds, another 7 of them with halberds, 2 times 2 tomb reapers with halberds, and that's it. So this was after my deployment, and this was after my first turn already. So he deployed his vanguard, and I decided to I took the charge with Vermingard. I took the charge against the scouts. I was like, well, what's the worst that can happen? If I'll get here, I'll reform and I can take the front charges for anything else. I can buff that unit if I need to. Unfortunately, it was a 12. I needed a 7, I believe. Maybe it was 8. I'm not sure exactly. But I failed. I think I rolled 1 and 4 or something like that, and I just came in there. On the right flank, I made a mistake. My initial thought was that he's gonna charge the A-bomb, overrun into the Thunderhawks, and then counter-charge him with the Bell unit. But I had to press somewhere undo button, I guess, because I didn't quite have the line of sight if he's gonna lose one guy, and between shooting and A-bomb, he should lose the one guy. For the spells, I got -2 to cast over him. At him, I tried also the number 1 from occultism, the pentagram, and number 4, which was I think we were hitting and wounding on 4 from witchcraft. Wheel turns. I think I tried it on the Ushabitis. I was like, oh, they're gonna come into the A-bomb and it's gonna be easier to deal with them if they hit me and on 4 up instead of 3s and 3s. So that was my first turn. On his first turn, what happened was he chuffed me over here, pushed forward on the left side and all that, but he charged the A-bomb on the right side. The A-bomb didn't do much. Basically I did 2 wounds from rotary guns shooting at his Ushabitis. A-bomb did only 1 wound. It got 5 wounds on him in the combat. I mean, the Arena Beast got 5 wounds on it in the close combat, and they overran into Thunderhawks. I fled from the combat, of course. I wasn't in the range of the Director, which was actually very good because I would crumble to death. So I fled. He overran into Thunderhawks, and this is where my mistakes comes in. It's like, oh shit, well, I can't charge a bell, so I'm gonna have to buff that unit. Oh, deep fire throwers were shot on my first turn also in the unit of the spears. Hit everyone. The deep fire throwers hit everyone. Wounded something like 25 or 30 guys. And on his turn, he managed to get Spectral Blades on them, and with a race, I stabbed the number 5 and number from Evocation, number 3 from Divination. So that's the end of his turn 1, and my printer is trying to tell me something. Oh, it finished printing something. Alright, cool. So, next turn, I charged. I charged the unit of spears over here. I decided that I'm gonna be buffing the Thunderhawks because they're hitting simultaneously, and I will not bother with the bell unit. I'll just move it where it needs to be for the following turns. I backed off the flamethrowers. I didn't have a good place to shoot because these guys were in the combat. I pushed the A1. I tried to join the Abomination to the combat with the spears, but it rolled poorly. It didn't get there. I think I needed 11 or even 10 to get there, but it failed. And I made a couple mistakes over here, but we'll see it on the next turn. Anyhow, I win the combat with the Ushabitis. They crumble. The breath weapon comes in with strength 5. A-bomb rallies. The other A-bomb fails to get to the Tomb Reapers. So I got oh yeah, I got a breath weapon on the Vermingard. Yes, that's the spell that I got also besides this breath weapon. Once I got this breath weapon, I was like, well, I probably don't need to buff this combat anymore. I failed. He stopped the number 2's, the Smite Unbeliever, for -1 toughness, and instead of I can't have 2 breath weapons. I don't have much to in order to buff this combat. I had I think like 1 or 2 dice. I don't remember how many. So I got the breath weapon off. So the only thing after I did basically in the combat, I did 27 wounds. I won it by some crazy number. He crumbled 15 after we counted everything, and his general basically ended up with 2 wounds on him. Like so. It was very close to just slaughtering, absolutely killing that unit and overrunning so that those 2 units wouldn't be able to see my flank. And of course, right in front of the his general and the other wizard. I mean, not general, the Hierophant and his other wizard. With a bit of more luck, it could have been disaster and just ending on turn 2 for Undying. As it happened, the general lived, and it was his turn number 2. So he charged the Hulks with both Shabitis and the Cav. Charged the A-bomb with the Tomb Reapers. and chaffed my bell. Also charged my general with Tomb Reapers. And what did he get from magic? He only got Spectral Blades on his Reapers. So here is what I didn't expect. First of all, I knew that he's gonna charge the Thunderhawks. Nothing I could have done about that. I expected he would charge a bomb, and I was fine with losing it. I didn't expect that the Tomb Reapers could charge and align to so that both of them would be able to fight my director. That was my mistake, and they almost killed him. I mean, they put 5 wounds and I did 0. I hit them once and I failed 2 wounds because I rolled a 1. His general also stuck in the combat. He actually healed the wound of his general. I'm like, shit, I forgot to move the champion into combat. I won though the combat over here with his Shabitis. I was able to survive this combat with some Thunderhawks. I was still very well, not very lucky, but it was because of the I crumbled self fleeing, so it was expected that I would survive it. And we moved to my and he left, of course. He left the unit of his wizards, because I don't have really missiles in my arsenal for spells. He also got the reroll to hit on the unit of Shabitis. I thought that he should have cast it on the Reapers. He just explained that he thought that the Reapers would kill my general just automatically. There is no need to buff them even. I think that was a mistake because the most important thing was get rid of this general. Get rid of him, reform these guys so they can face the A-bomb and fly into the rear of these guys or flank of these guys. It will be a massacre. I let him have this spell over here just because I knew that I needed to stop this spell getting over here. I mean, Divine, reroll to hit, right? Yeah, roll to hit and Divine, and it's like, oof, I need to stop whatever spells are coming to this combat. He didn't cast any to that combat, so I stopped number 2 finally. I don't remember, what was it, reroll to wound or something? I don't remember even where he cast that. No, it's -1 discipline, right? I don't remember. Anyway, I stopped it. So this is what happens my next turn. I charge the chaff. I push the Hulks, got the A-bomb over here. I thought that the A-bomb would be sweeping over here. Basically, it has 1 wound left, so it's like, what do I do with it? A-bomb actually kills the last Reaper, left with 1 wound being alive. That's after my turn of combat. The Abomination charges the flank of Tomb Reapers. My general, I heal him actually with a Pentagram of Pain. And he still gets killed by the Reapers. I again roll 4 attacks. I hit once, I failed to wound, and he goes Simon with my A1 and just decides to put everything into my general and just kills him. I even put -1 toughness. I was like, if I can just kill one, maybe he'll survive, you know? Because I hit him first, and I hit him on 3s or something. I think 3s or even 2s. I don't remember. 3s, I think, or maybe 4s. No, 4s. I think he hits him on 4s. He's much weaker than he used to be in combat. But if I can just do a single D3 wound or 2 D3 wounds, if I can kill this one Reaper, it's gonna be all good, right? Well, it didn't happen. General dies. And his general is he got a couple of wounds after his healing, so he didn't crumble. He didn't crumble enough, and I'm stuck in the combat for another round, which is scary because if I would lose this combat further, I could have had a rear charge into my Vermingard. Of course, general combat I did last so that everything could benefit from his aura before he dies, as it was always a possibility that he will. Next turn. Basically, Reaper dies. My Hulks die. His general is still stuck. He did 4 wounds to me, so we pushed again, I think, or maybe he crumbled one bit, but he healed one. I don't remember fully. And faced me over here. No, so actually this turn Yes, he killed me. My turn. Next turn, basically, I won the combat with the. No. Okay, so what happened over here had to be, unless I skipped a turn. No, that's a third turn. That's a fourth turn. So what happened over here? I know I panicked, so I had to kill the general. And what he did, I think he did this combat first, and then this combat. Why did they panic? Ah, I know. So basically what happened is his general over here stuck. I moved my A-bomb towards those abilities. I was trying to get into combat. I failed to get there. So he charged actually my A-bomb. I killed his general, but he killed my A-bomb, Arena Beast. Caused a panic because remember I don't have a general anymore. So, well, even with general, I just flat out failed it. Because I think they have the same discipline. Anyhow, I failed the discipline. I had to flee. I got a bell into another combat, moved these guys, shot these guys before the combat happened over here, and decided that the A-bomb needs to go to safety because he just needs one wound on it. Just a simple snipe can put a wound on it while lose 150 extra points. Especially since this A-bomb will just not do anything else. So yeah, I even got -1 toughness on him. He got rolled to wound. I put a couple of wounds on his abilities. A-bomb dies. Next turn, I killed the archers, faced the abilities. He healed them. Moved his Hierophant and the wizard into objective. Buffed the abilities. Oh, and he charged the unit, of course, that was fleeing, and the unit didn't flee very far. I rolled like 1 and 2, and he caught them, destroyed them. So that's what happened over here. I charged in my turn. I charged the abilities, reformed. I needed to make sure that I can charge whatever gets into the secondary objective. Moved my hulks into secondary. Everyone just stays safe. Why bother? Right? I get some DTs on my bell for charging through the ruin. This bell has very adventurous game. And here what happened later on. So basically he moved. He tried to get away with he put the wizards away. One went over here. I think the Hierophant went over here. The other wizard went here. He moved the archers farther into the front. I charged the archers. I killed the archers. I overran into the wizard, the Hierophant. I killed the Hierophant and reformed into a formation. Just because, why not? And that was it for the game. The score in the end was, I got secondary, so it will end up with being 17-3. Definitely big mistake was leaving the dictator over here. The dictator is very deceiving in the combat. Only 4 attacks. So you really need to be careful what you get into combat with. Because if you whiff your 4 hits, it's not fun. It's not fun, kids. Really, don't try it at home. Don't try it at home. He needs support. He needs something else to be in combat with him. I guess that had to be the idea. I wished I would take in retrospect also Raven's Wing. It would help me a lot. It would bring this unit quicker into doing something meaningful, like cleaning those archers unit and stuff like that. But overall, that's another game with the new Vermithorn book. I hope you guys just enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.